Welcome to a journey through some of America's poorest cities, where history, economic shifts, and societal issues intertwine to paint a stark picture of poverty. In the land of opportunity, the American dream is often marred by harsh realities. As we delve into the heart of the United States, we'll explore 10 cities, each grappling with its own unique challenges. From the auto industry's decline in Detroit, Michigan, to the corroding steel factories of Youngstown, Ohio, we'll witness how different sectors' collapse has impacted these cities' economic health. Our journey will take us through Camden, New Jersey, and Gary, Indiana, where the decline in manufacturing has left scars that are all too visible. We'll see how the once thriving industrial era has left these cities grappling with high crime rates, struggling school systems, and a legacy of economic decline. Next, we'll visit Flint, Michigan, a city that made headlines with its water crisis, and Brownsville, Texas, a region grappling with some of the highest poverty rates in the country. Here, we'll see how inadequate access to basic necessities like clean water, healthcare, and education exacerbates poverty. We'll then explore Memphis, Tennessee, and Cleveland, Ohio, two cities where limited economic opportunities and a history of racial segregation and economic inequality have led to entrenched poverty. We'll witness how these societal issues have shaped these cities' present state. Finally, our journey will take us to Newark, New Jersey, Birmingham, Alabama, and Youngstown, Ohio. These cities, too, bear the marks of high poverty rates, crime, struggling schools, and inadequate infrastructure. They stand as stark reminders of the deep-seated challenges that persist in America's poorest cities. Poverty in America is multifaceted, influenced by historical context, economic changes, and societal issues. It's a complex tapestry of interwoven threads, each contributing to the overall picture. Understanding poverty means unraveling these threads, examining each one in turn, and recognizing how they all come together to form a larger narrative. Now, let us embark on this journey, starting with Detroit, a city whose fortunes have been tied to the rise and fall of the auto industry. Detroit, once the booming heart of the auto industry, now struggles with high poverty and crime rates. This motor city, once the epitome of American industrial might, has been hit hard by the decline of the auto industry, its economic backbone. As factories closed and jobs disappeared, Detroit found itself grappling with an escalating crisis. The city's struggles didn't end there. High crime rates, a failing education system, and widespread urban decay added to the woes. In a grim testament to its economic troubles, Detroit filed for bankruptcy in 2013, making it the largest U.S. city to ever do so. The decline of Detroit is a poignant tale of how a city's fortunes can dwindle when its primary industry crumbles. It underscores the harsh reality of economic dependency and the devastating impact it can have on a city and its inhabitants. Detroit's story is a stark reminder of how industry decline can impact a city's fortunes. From the ruins of Detroit, we move to Camden, New Jersey, and Gary, Indiana, two cities that mirror Detroit's struggle. Camden, once a thriving city fueled by robust manufacturing, now consistently ranks among the poorest in the United States. Its decline can be traced back to the latter half of the 20th century, when factories began closing their doors, leaving a void in the local economy. These closures not only led to a loss of jobs, but also to a spiraling decay of the city's infrastructure, further exacerbating the economic woes. Now Camden grapples with high crime rates, a struggling school system, and a bleak future. A city that once bustled with industry and commerce now stands as a stark reminder of what happens when the economic heart of a city stops beating. Meanwhile, Gary, Indiana tells a similar tale. Once a beacon of industrial prosperity due to its booming steel industry, Gary has seen its fortunes dwindle since the late 20th century. As steel plants closed and jobs were lost, Gary began its descent into poverty. Today, the city is plagued by high crime rates, unemployment, and a struggling education system. Its population, which peaked in the 1960s, has declined dramatically, a testament to the city's ongoing struggle. Despite the challenges, the residents of Camden and Gary continue to persevere, hoping for a brighter future. Their resilience and determination are inspiring, a testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt and overcome. Yet it's hard to ignore the stark realities. The decline of manufacturing in Camden and the downfall of the steel industry in Gary have had devastating effects. These cities serve as poignant reminders of the impact of industrial decline and economic stagnation on urban communities. Camden and Gary stand as stark reminders of the devastating impact of industrial decline and economic stagnation. Next, we journey to Flint, Michigan, and Brownsville, Texas, cities grappling with effects of industry decline and economic disparities. First, let's head north to Flint, Michigan. Once a thriving hub for the auto industry, Flint has been grappling with economic struggles for decades. The city's woes were thrown into the national spotlight when a water crisis exposed residents to lead contamination. But the water crisis is just one manifestation of Flint's deeper issues. With the decline of the auto industry, poverty has become a pervasive reality for many residents. Crime rates have soared, and the city's education system struggles to provide for its students. Life in Flint is a daily exercise in resilience as residents navigate these ongoing challenges. Now we venture south to Brownsville, Texas. Brownsville is a city marked by high poverty rates, low wages, and a lack of economic opportunities. The city sits on the U.S.-Mexico border and is home to a large population living below the poverty line. The economic disparities in Brownsville are stark, with many residents struggling to make ends meet. Adding to the financial hardships, access to healthcare and education is limited. The city's residents face significant health disparities, and the education system is under-resourced, making it difficult for students to break the cycle of poverty. Despite these challenges, the spirit of the community in Brownsville is strong, with residents continuously striving to create better opportunities for themselves and their families. Flint and Brownsville are not just cities in distress, they are also cities of resilience. The residents of these cities are not just victims of their circumstances, they are fighters, continuously pushing for better living conditions, better education, and better opportunities. However, the struggles of these cities underscore a harsh reality, that economic inequality and infrastructure neglect can have dire consequences. They remind us of the urgent need for systemic change to address these deep-rooted issues. Flint and Brownsville highlight the dire consequences of economic inequality and infrastructure neglect. Now we move southward to Memphis, Tennessee, and north to Cleveland, Ohio, cities where poverty and economic decline are intertwined. In the heart of the Blues City, Memphis, Tennessee, the rhythm of poverty beats strong. High poverty rates echo through the streets, a tune all too familiar to its residents. Crime is a regular chorus, and the struggling school system plays a somber note. The city's history is rich with rhythm and soul, but also with racial segregation and economic inequality, remnants of the civil rights era that still affect the community today. Meanwhile, Cleveland, Ohio, once a bustling hub of manufacturing, now grapples with its own economic blues. The loss of manufacturing jobs has left a noticeable void, with high crime rates and struggling schools filling the silence. The city's population has dwindled since its mid-20th century peak, a stark testament to its ongoing challenges. Memphis and Cleveland, though miles apart, share similar tales of economic hardship and social inequality. Our journey concludes in Newark, Birmingham, and Youngstown, cities that encapsulate the broader narrative of poverty in America. Newark, New Jersey, a city that once thrived, now grapples with high poverty rates, crime, and struggling schools. The city's economic opportunities have dwindled over the years, leading to a challenging environment for its residents. Newark's history is marked by racial tensions and urban unrest, a grim reflection of the city's decline following the exodus of manufacturing and deindustrialization. The city's struggles serve as a testament to the devastating impact of economic decline on communities. Moving south, we reach Birmingham, Alabama. This city, once the heart of the industrial boom in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, now faces a high poverty rate, crime, and inadequate infrastructure. Many residents are in the grip of economic hardship, with limited opportunities for advancement. The city's challenges are not just economic, but also social, as Birmingham's history of racial segregation and economic inequality continues to cast a long shadow. Finally, we arrive in Youngstown, Ohio, a city that has borne the brunt of significant economic decline since the collapse of the steel industry in the late 20th century. Poverty, crime, and population loss are persistent issues here. The city's struggles to reinvent itself following the loss of its primary industry have led to ongoing economic challenges. resulting in a city marked by the harsh realities of economic downturn. Newark, Birmingham, and Youngstown serve as stark reminders of the persistent issue of poverty in America and the need for social and economic change. These cities, like many others across the nation, are grappling with the hard-hitting effects of poverty. Their stories are a call to action, a plea for transformative change that addresses not just the symptoms but the root causes of poverty. It's a reminder that while the struggle is real, so too is the potential for change, development, and progress. Please leave a comment below if you have any experience about these cities. Thank you.